Good morning. This week's parasha would be Parashat Toldot. Toldot start talking about the journey of Yitzchak, the life of Yitzchak, his journey as the son of Abraham, the first Jewish person from birth. His life, actually, his mission is to continue his father's work, unlike Abraham that started everything from the beginning. Yitzchak working to continue his father's work. The parasha starts with the episode that Yitzchak and Rivka don't have children after they're married for a long time, and they're both praying for God, and God sending them the gift of pregnancy. And during the pregnancy, Rebecca feeling some not good feeling in her stomach in her pregnancy. Our sage is saying that she felt that there is a strong urge in her stomach when she's passing synagogues or a place of learning. Which synagogues were there? So actually it was one yeshiva, the yeshiva of Shem and Ever. Shem, the son of Noah, and his nephew, I think Ever, or his son, that they were learning Torah. And when Rebecca passed by this place, holy place, she felt urge in her stomach, like the womb, like the baby want to go out. And also when she passed by places of worshiping other gods, she felt that the baby want to go out. And she didn't understand that feeling. And then she went to ask who she asked. So there is some commentaries. Some Midrash said that she went to ask Shem and Ever, those righteous people, even though she had a very holy husband and holy father-in-law, Abraham. She asked them. She asked those not relatives. Why? Maybe because it was personal. And this holy person, Shem, told her that she had two babies in her stomach, and they are not the same. One would be righteous, and one would be the opposite. What does that mean? One have the urge to go to the synagogue, to holiness, to learn, and one have the other or urge inside his already. Now the question is obvious. Why we saying that Esau is bad if he have this kind of urge from birth? Esau, from his mother's womb, he already want to go and be to worship other idols. Okay, so how we can say anything bad about him is something from birth? We can ask the same question in another way, actually. How come Yitzchak and Rebecca, two righteous and holy people, have son like Esau? Esau was from the generations that they are fully Jewish. Unlike Yitzchak himself, Yitzchak was 100% Jewish from birth. But Yitzchak have a brother, Ishmael. Ishmael was not Jewish. But Yaakov and Esau, twins, they are both absolutely Jewish. And this that Yaakov is righteous is understandable. He have a father Yitzchak and mother Rebecca, and we know that even though what type of soul, of holy soul, your son or daughter will have, it's not dependent on you, but every soul have a character, how the holy soul engage with the world, and it can be a holy character, can be a I would say something that it's from nature, have some closeness to spirituality, and it's some things about that depend in how are the parents. There is a story that father and mother went to the Rebbe, and she was pregnant. They asked the Rebbe, sorry, she was not pregnant, they had a small child. And they asked the Rebbe when to start the Jewish education. And the Rebbe told them, you are already very late. Your Jewish education starts much before. Even before the child is born. If the house is Jewish, and the parents acting with each other in a Jewish way, and the womb inside his mother's stomach hearing good things, holy things, he's more connected, his education already started. So a lot of things in the child, how he is growing up, is dependent on how the parents. And it's Yaakov and Esau had both the same parents. They were both holy parents. And they were both Jewish. They were both have godly soul inside them. And the question is, how come the same stomach have two babies in the same time? And one is like his father, Yaakov, like his father Yitzchak. And Esau is totally the opposite. What he's doing though? So again, the question is, what we want from Esau? How come we saying Esau the wicked? He just doing what he was born from the beginning in this way. And the second question is, how Esau is there? And the answer for that both is the same idea. There is a story about a Chassid that went to far town to pray. He went to the synagogue there. And in this town, they never saw a Chassid, a person that is acting in the way of old Hasidim. And this person came there and he started praying, and immediately all the town saw that he is doing something different. Hasidim, their way of praying is different than others. Hasidim were thinking before the prayers what they thought about God, and who I am going to pray for, who is God, and what is the connection between God and me, and how much I'm trusting God, and how deep I understand the greatness of God, and to become more humble, and to try to connect with the prayer in a more deeper way. So all the prayer is different. And he prayed. And after the prayer, people saw that it's something very special. It's not just saying the words. He's living in the prayer. And they asked him, what did you do there? What you thought in this and that sentence? So he explained that every Jew have two souls. And there is good soul, and there is natural soul. And the good, the holy soul, the godly soul, trying all the time to conquer the city. Which city? The body is called the small city. And the natural soul also want to conquer the city, to control it. And this is the fight between the two souls. And there is a special time that the Holy Soul is doing a great effort to overcome the natural soul. And the time is the prayer. The prayer is the time that the soul, the godly soul, can work hard and explain to the natural soul that there is some goodness in holiness, and to try to control a bit the small city, the body. And that's what I thought in this prayer sentence, that God is good, and to try to explain it to the natural soul. Now, why the good soul need to explain to the natural soul? The Holy Soul need to explain to the natural soul. This is the purpose of that God created every Jew, that he will overcome his natural side. The holy side will overcome the natural side. Now, when we're talking about the Sav, we need to understand that the Sav is not bad. A Sav is a person that have a different challenge than Yaakov. This is the whole story, and this is the answer for everything. God created Yaakov and God created Esau, and they are both the sons of Yitzchak and Rivka. They are both holy souls, but they just have a different mission in their life. The mission of Yaakov is to sit and learn Torah and to become more great and more holy. The mission of Esau is to find holiness in different places. Is to find holiness in places that Yaakov cannot go there. Why? Because they are not places of holiness. The holiness there is not revealed. Esau, his fight is to reveal holiness in places that they are hidden. It doesn't mean that Esau is bad and he have no choice. It means that Esau is bad, and his work is to do the right choice in his work. Meaning, a person that have natural instinct, holy natural instinct, to go to the synagogue and to pray and to learn Torah and to do mitzvot. His work is very simple. And Esau, that have a different natural instinct, he is there, designed by God to reveal holiness in different places. Not in the good instinct place, in a bad instinct place, to reveal that this bad instinct can be overcome and can be changed. And a person like this can find himself in much more difficult situation than Yaakov, that have a simple life. And then this person need to find in this difficult situation the holiness. So if we're talking about Esau, we should not say that Esau is a person that has a bad nature. This person have a nature that this is his journey. Actually, most of the people in our generation, in our life, is most similar to a self-challenge. The challenge of people is to overcome things. That's why there is in the verse when Yitzhak talking to Esau and Yaakov, he telling them, "Aseli mat'amim." In Hebrew, it means you should. I want to prepare for me kinds of food, not one kind, few kinds. Why there is few kinds of food? Few kinds of food explained in Chassidut, that there is one kind of food that this is sweet food, and there is food that it's not sweet, it's spicy food. Now, spicy food to eat just like that, it's very hard and it's not tasty. Sweet food you can eat just straight. So Yaakov, his work is God's ways, the ways of Yaakov to worship God is like sweet food. Just take and eat. God like what he does. His nature is good, and every Torah learning, mitzvot doing that Yaakov is participating is sweet. It's natural. It's simple. Now, Esav is compared to a spicy food. Spicy food you cannot eat like this. You need to cook it. You need to make a twist. And when you doing the job, the hard work to prepare it, it's very, very tasty. So this is the work of Esav. It's not natural. It's some invested time and work was invested in this. Every mitzvah, every good deed that this type of soul of Esav done, after doing this work is very, very tasty. So the reason that God created Esav, not only created him, he is a Jew and he's a Jew like Yaakov and he's the son of Yitzchak. It's because God wanted not only the sweet work, also the tasty work, also the food with the twist. God wanted people that not going only to the synagogues and to the Beit HaMidrash, the places of learning Torah, to the yeshiva. Also people that have difficulty finding themselves in those places. They also should worship God, and not only that, this is a more special way of worshiping God. That's why Yitzhak loved Esau. Yitzchak didn't know what Esau is doing. Of course he knew who is Esau exactly, but he wanted to reveal in Esau this potential, this special potential that he have and Yaakov doesn't have. But Esau did not continue in this way. It was hard. And he thought, I'm wicked. I am from nature, I'm wicked. And this is a mistake. The mistake is to think that your faults is defining you. When a person have something that he is a bit lacking, you have a bad nature, you think, now I have a bad nature. This is me. It's not true. If God created you with a bad habit, a bad nature, a person that has small or big challenge from birth, it doesn't mean that he need to define himself by this and call yourself, I'm calling myself according to my bad habit. No, it's not true. Your bad habit is there to overcome it, to live with it. It's not something that is immediately defining you. Maybe you should define yourself with your plus, with your talent, not why you should define yourself with your bad habits. Maybe your talent will overcome your habit, your bad habit. So, in short, to summarize, we have Esau that is from birth different than Yaakov and Yitzchak and Rebecca. And we have Yitzchak that he not recognizing how Esau acting bad. And the answer for this is that Esau is actually have a different nature, it's true, but it doesn't mean that he's bad from birth. He have a nature of running to places that they are opposite of holiness. Okay, it's true. But does it mean that he will run? No. It means that this is his nature. What he will do, it's his own choice. And God wanted that Esau will do the right choice. That's why God created Esau. That's why Yitzchak loved Esau, because he wanted to reveal in him this side of running after holiness, even when it's difficult. And this is the special nature of Esau, and this is the special mission of Esau. And actually this is special of each and every one of us to understand that even if we have something from birth, we have something that we are not proud of, it doesn't mean that we are defined by this problem. It means that this is our journey, this is our challenge, and we can and we will overcome it, and we don't need to be defined by this challenge. This is our mission, this is our gift. So, Shabbat Shalom, and have a great and good news, especially in Israel, very, very soon.